Tell me, do you know what day it is, Evie?
November the 4th.
Not anymore. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot. I know of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot.
What's going on, everybody? It is Sunny. I'd like to say happy November 5th and welcome to my very first Q&A. If you remember, about a week ago, I made that video thanking everybody for the 1K subs. Again, appreciate all the support that y'all have been giving me lately. But I said in there, you know, if we want to do a Q&A, you know, let me know, drop some questions. I didn't really think I'd get too many, and I only got 5 of them, but I still thought it'd be fun to do this. At least, you know, just do something different, and especially on this day, November 5th. And I guess the reason why I threw that in there kind of is, well, it's my favorite movie. Hands down, I love V for Vendetta, man. It's just the best movie I've ever seen, and I love it. I've seen it 8 million times, and I don't know, it's just a really good movie, so I just thought I'd do it today and kind of throw some scenes in there. If anybody hasn't seen it, man, go out and watch it. Y'all are missing out.
I thought we could mark this November the 5th, a day that is sadly no longer remembered, by taking some time out of our daily lives to sit down and have a little chat.
But anyway, back to the reason why we're here, and we're going to do a Q&A. I got a couple questions. First question, Sam asks, will you do content on Mortal Kombat 11 if there is one? Well, if you remember, you know, Ed Boon made that, I guess, statement at that video game thing that he was at like a month ago when he was talking about Fighter Pack 3, saying, oh, I can't say this, but if you look at the pattern, we've been doing Mortal Kombat Injustice, Mortal Kombat Injustice, and now it's Mortal Kombat's turn. And so it almost, of course, it just implies that, you know, Mortal Kombat 11 is gonna drop. Will I do it? And well, a lot of y'all might find this surprising. I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I honestly, man, I haven't played Mortal Kombat since the 90s. It was actually an accident that I even started playing Injustice 2. I didn't buy it for me. I didn't buy it so I could play it. I didn't buy it because I wanted it. I bought it because my kid wanted it. And, well, he wanted the Xbox just so he could get Injustice 2. And so that's what we did. I installed it, and I was like, man, let me check this out. And so I looked it up, and I didn't play Injustice 1. I looked, you know, at the characters, and I was like, dude, this Firestorm character looks pretty sweet. So I started playing Firestorm, and the rest is history. And I just been doing this pretty much ever since. So will I do Mortal Kombat 11? Yeah, I will. I mean, I enjoy Injustice. There are things that I don't like about it, yes, but overall, I you see from the gameplay, man, I have not played Mortal Kombat in a very long time. I have no idea how to play it. I have no idea the character. I mean, I know general characters and stuff just from playing video games, but man, I'm interested in it. I like Melina. I'll probably be the first one I'll probably practice with. You know, my kid has Mortal Kombat. I popped it in, went online, played a match. And that's pretty much it. I'll probably do some side work on that for a while. I don't think, obviously, it'll be another year before it drops, so still got plenty of time for that. But anyway, I will definitely do Mortal Kombat 11 when it comes out. I just need to practice, especially if I need to put out some gameplay or something.
Take off your mask.
No.
Next question, Ulysses Munoz says, do you think Brainiac is going to get a premiere skin? Now, you know, with a lot of the gear that I've been wanting, a lot of new gear pieces, gear sets, gear stuff that has dropped since launch, not talking about from the very beginning, but since launch has been very minimal. Of course, when the DLC drops, they drop new characters. But I mean, as far as premier skins go, we've had Superman and I don't know, a couple others. I can't think of them off the top of my head. But anyway, I mean, there's a lot of characters. Unfortunately, I don't think that Brainiac's going to get one. I would honestly be surprised if too many other characters get some. I'm sure there probably will be, but I don't know. I mean, as far as the extra gear and the things that I've been wanting since the game has launched has been utterly disappointment. In every way possible. And so they've been dropping shaders. I love the shaders. Shaders are cool, but as far as the gear goes, man, it just haven't gotten, you know, what I think that we need. I mean, we need some premier skins. We need some new gear sets. Legendary pieces. I mean, those are great and everything, and I like grinding, but the fact that they take so long. I mean, it's been 5 weeks now since the last set of legendary gear pieces has dropped out, and you're dropping, you know, they're pushing it towards the DLC, and you know, just like last time, they drop DLC, they drop legendary, so you gotta play legendary or you gotta play the new DLC characters. I mean, that seems ridiculous. Like, why not drop the legendary at least in the middle of the DLCs? That way we could focus on one of them, and then when the new DLC comes out, we can play the new characters instead of having to grind for our legendary when new DLC's out. I just went off on some total rant there, but back to the point. I don't think Brainiac's gonna get one, man. I'm sorry. I wish he would. I wish Firestorm would get one. I wish a lot of people would get premier skins, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
You won't cry like him, will you? You're not afraid of death. You're like me.
The only thing that you and I have in common, Mr. Creedy, is we're both about to die.
How do you imagine that's gonna happen?
With my hands around your neck.
Bollocks.
Next question, we kind of got a dark hello asked, how would you like to die? That's definitely a strange question, but honestly, man, I never think about that type of stuff, but if I was to think about it, man, anything but being sick. I just would not want to be sick. I would not want it to be like a slow progression that you are eventually going to get there. You know it's coming, and then you get there. Anything besides that, I am fine with. If I get eaten by an alligator or a plane crash or anything like that, I mean, that is fine with me as long as I just don't get sick. I just don't want to be sick.
What you gonna do, huh? We've swept this place. You've got nothing but your bloody knives and your fancy karate gimmicks. We have guns.
No, what you have are bullets, and the hope that when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing, because if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
That's impossible. Kill him.
Then we got Speedy Kid 069. Any predictions for the next fighter pack? Well, if you saw the Hellboy video that I dropped, put that little Ed Boon quote in there when he said that it's going to be the biggest surprise of all time, yada, yada, yada. I don't know. I mean, the way that everybody has been talking and the way, I mean, it's kind of hard not to hear that and kind of hard not to think that certain characters are going to be in there. But he claims it's the biggest surprise of all time, and if it's the biggest surprise of all time, then nobody's talked about it, nobody's said it, nobody's mentioned it, it's never been in a tweet, it's never been in anything like that. But as far as the things that we've gotten from Injustice, haven't really been a surprise, haven't really been out there. even Hellboy. I mean, my 9-year-old son said Hellboy would be cool for the next Fighter Pack before, when Fighter Pack 1 was launching. And, if people talk about it, if people say it, if it's in people's minds, then it's really not a surprise. But it just feels like something like Rorschach is going to be in there, different fighting style than anybody's ever seen before that kind of fits like that. Enchantress, of course, because it's the female silhouette. And I don't know, you hear a lot of crazy things. You've heard Neo and Terminator and Spawn and stuff like that, and I agree with the whole Spawn kind of fits for Mortal Kombat type of thing. And but I mean, who knows? But either way, those are all talked about. Those are all mentioned. Those are all said, and he claims biggest surprise of all time. And so I'm still waiting to hear that, but I have a feeling it's gonna be somebody that we've already mentioned, like Rorschach or something. And then, of course, Enchantress. Hopefully not. I mean, I pray that it's somebody absolutely insane, like the guy I want.
My turn.
Die! Die! Why won't you die?
Why won't you die?
Which brings me to my very last question, Muhammad Aliwan. What character do I want for Fighter Pack 3? Well, it's November 5th. My favorite movie's V. And, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was published. I believe the original book was published by DC. So I don't think it necessarily counts as a DC character, but it's at least in that vicinity. I mean, it's kind of in the same area, at least. As you tell by some of the footage, or if you've seen the movie, he is definitely like a Mortal Kombat type guy. But man, I'd want V. That's my dude. That's who I'd want in there. I think that would be awesome. If I couldn't have him, then I don't know. I mean, I think that I think any of the Watchmen would be kind of cool, but actually, I think Beast Boy would be cool. I mean, being able to transform to all of those different animals, I guess, and then maybe Phantom Girl, which can go through like solid objects or something. I think that would be really cool to be able to go through solid objects. But a lot of characters, I mean, can kind of fit as premier skins for the current characters. I mean, there's just to have somebody completely different feels like you've got to go outside the DC universe and bring in somebody different. But either way, V would be the guy I would pick, hands down.
Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, Mr. Creedy. And ideas are bulletproof.
that is all the questions I got for this episode. If you did enjoy, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to do more, I'm definitely down to do more. You know, just drop some comments in this video or in down below. And then in a week or so, if I get some questions, I'll do another one and we'll just go from there. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'll check y'all later. I am out.